Can you see me? Can you see me? Were we just born to have schmack? A little deep joke. Yeah. For my sweary fans out there. Nightmare here. Halfway presentable on the camera. Go beanie mode, but I need my head uncompressed for this puzzling. Alright. I thought maybe I'd be working today, but I just decided to phone it. Tomorrow I will be though, most likely. So today I'm gonna finish this up. I think I'm good on the sickness. Maybe there'll be some tired after effects, we'll see, but maybe just some hunger. Definitely was more hungry when I was sick. I went for something more quenching. Anyways. When we left off, we were on the top. In the last language, and I was running around seeing the effects of all of these sentence configurations. I think the last ones I can do are most likely tied to this race up here, so we gotta figure out how to do something with them. We'll see. Yeah, it's been good so far. It's been neat. A relatively unique idea. Pushed in a generally somewhat more accessible, but much more I guess curated way. Like, you could definitely have this concept be just like all out, like, you know, I'm looking through details. I don't know, maybe it's first person, I'm looking through details, like clever, like little hidden secrets that kind of give you little pieces of stuff and more complicated sentence structure and shit. But I like that they kind of they want to go for something a bit more wild, a bit more controlled. It's still plenty of difficulty, and you still do have to think about things beyond just one-to-one word translations. Like I said, sentence structure or intent. Also, they slide in some cultural stuff, right? Not as much in how they translate things, but it does exist. That tends to be more for the reward or just the story, like the caste system and all that going on. Yeah. It's neat. Cool art style. Definitely a memorable game. Enjoyed it. Gaming, man. How do I get in on it? There's purple doors throughout the world we have not opened either. I don't know if that's like a goal to get to the end or some kind of bonus. And humanity. At least, I think. Am I supposed to create like a sentence? Proper one? Are they supposed to line up one language at a time? I don't think so. Oh, these can't be moved. What? I do not appear. We don't know any of those. Maybe just to open a door. It might be you learn this language by going to the old purple doors, but I don't know how to get the key to do so. This is humanity. I think one would be. Yeah. And I might have the building wrong. Quite sure where to begin with them. There's just like a path I've missed. to humans. I don't know if this is supposed to label this floor or the entire area. Is that supposed to be a hint that I'm supposed to go back to like the second floor? Wouldn't even know what's down there to find. Unless there's another treasure in that room. Problem is there's like individual labels for some of these floors. Like this might just be tower, but I don't like brute force it, but I think up a good reason, like one of these could just be a single human. I mean, I don't even think that would help much, but unless I missed something, there's not much else going on here. Key create me. They have to all be the same language. I don't even know if that's possible. Considering most of these are in this language. supposed to go back somewhere? Maybe there's like something up here I'm supposed to get. This just a human then? It's just man? That was like a progression, but just man, human, man, human, man, human. Doesn't really matter if it's humanity or yeah. Are these all supposed to be connected or something? Is that the puzzle? I mean, aren't they all connected always anyways? Guess not. They are now. You'd imagine they'd have to be connected in a sensical way. I don't know, maybe there's a way to go back and find info. I haven't found shit. Maybe this is the part fast I was talking about. That's supposed to be human or like alone or something. I mean, it's one human. Maybe this tower, a different symbol. Try all 4 of these. Might be that it's none of those in the first place, or I have one of these other ones wrong. to go off. Maybe I was supposed to go back. Maybe there's something I forgot. I mean, clearly this purple key is important, but I figure you'd have to get it from here. Creating God. I don't know if I need to go like all the way back. Or if there's something about these terminals I don't understand. Can I get in this seat? Then I have to like click. The contextual's not giving me. E-lock and door. Door open. Am I supposed to connect all of the mans together? Is that the idea? We're just to string together the same words and that's it. Me. Maybe that's it. Because that one wall has it that way. This is how you decipher their language. Okay, I guess that's it. Far more simple than I expected for the last area. I didn't think it'd just be like a fucking hard just machine that just translates everything. Just bing, bing, boom. If you just line them up, you don't even have to think about the language. As long as you have the letters, you just put it in the right setup. Okay. Well, I mean, we gotta go back to other areas and shit, so maybe they wanted this to be a bit quicker. I was just overthinking it, I guess. I was expecting to create sentences using all the different letters. Or all the different words together, but in their own unique way. There's just that wall that kind of showed the line of letters. I was just like, oh, well, I guess I could try that. Right? If they're all the same thing, just line them up. I guess that was supposed to be the hip, but yeah, overthinking it. Sadly. You don't even have to think about the letters. You have to make sure one of the black ones is always connected to a white one. The rest doesn't really matter. I keep saying letters. They look like letters. They're words. I remember how many of these terminals there are. Are there any more of these? Probably do the door thing now. Regardless. At least I think. Key. Open. Door. Greeting.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. This is like a dust. Go up. Me. Not me. Door. Plural. Me. Go. Huh. That's how they do it. Stranger. Blind doors. Go not, probably. Go dead. Dead not. Go dead not. Five. Plural. Seek not. We humans. Me plural, I guess this is us. Humans plural. Humanity. Okay. Seek not. You can just find it in here, huh? I just gotta copy it, I guess. I mean, knowing the rules is important, but... like this would be me plural. Humans. This is man. Human. This is humans. One of these not in here. Yeah. I'm gonna go walk around and learn this one, but we got the pictures right here, man. Humans plural. Isn't it already plural? Maybe not. Me plural. Human me. It's human me. People's, us, we, disregard, my people. Okay, my people. That's a little split. When we've been dealing with us's and shit. I guess exile. That worked for closing something off. The anchorite. Well, that was quick. I guess they're smart. They can teach their language fast. If you know all the other languages. People built the tower. I created you. What in the... Open the doors and exile, revive the tower. Oh. Just a robo-man who's here to connect the peoples. Okay, you do have to do this. Alright. I'll try, bro. Yep. I guess I'll try. Yeah, this was definitely more of a segment. It was like an actual language you're learning or anything, which maybe they want to mix up. Maybe, you know. Oh, look at they put them on the map. Who knows? I mean, we still have to do the full test of everything. How it's like telling you it's nearby. I mean, the idea of going back through the areas and seeing what's up and opening the doors is cool. And doing the deals. But yeah, that the last language just kind of being a like a cipher lineup. I mean, it's not a big deal at all, but I was definitely overthinking it. I was thinking it was going to be some crazy shit. and it was actually required zero thought about the language. I thought we would have to make sentences utilizing all the different languages and find out they had like a root origin or something, but instead it's just kind of like a quick cipher. I mean, they just wanted you to learn it quick and then go do all this stuff, which is fine, but I mean, it's kind of like with the stealth sections. It's like, it's cool for pace breaking, but it's like, you know, the whole focus, right? Like, you know, the last language we did was pretty much like the warrior one, but with more numbers, right? So yeah, you just assume it's something way crazier for like what's near the very end of the game. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, like, you don't even have to read the words. You just need to make sure one black one is tied to at least one white one. And that's usually enough. It's cool they show you, like, how that language is constructed with the puzzles at the end. But the thing is, you can just line up utilizing the symbols themselves. Almost all of them. They'll have like one or two that are thrown in that you have to like actually know how to put them together, but you could just essentially just puzzle it out at that point. Right, yeah. Like, I mean, it's fine. It's fun enough in like an adventure game way, but yeah, it's just like, you know, the game's such a cool concept. You know, you want to see them kind of pushing that next level, not just in difficulty, but just, you know, exploring the concept. And it's not like it's not has nothing to do with it. And we have these parts, which is, I mean, maybe coming back to it a bit, and then you still have the terminals, but yeah, there's definitely like a little bit of an extra level, you can say. It's really popping off right now. Where is this shit? Am I supposed to describe this? The preacher? Preacher. Is looking at a potion. How am I gonna tell his intent here? Is it just preacher, or is it like preacher with devotee next to it? Preacher go look at potion. You can make an argument for all sorts of shit here. I don't know how they refer to the preacher, if he's like a... I mean, I assume you don't just put devotee next to it. Preacher not make potion. We could say that. Future find, future seek, potion. Well, there's like 3 or 4 spaces here. Was this kid watching what happened to this guy? Creature not, maybe not find potion. Are we supposed to tell him he's dead? I'm not really sure what they're asking on this one. I mean, the preacher's dead, is he not? Am I supposed to have seen something on him? Preacher look. Maybe potions plural, I guess. He's just literally looking at potions. I need to like lower the expectations for what some of these are. Much more simple. It's fine. It's just like, oh, it's some crazy fucking bullshit. What is this? Looks like a fucking sliding puzzle. Is exile the name of like an antagonist AI? What, they're being mind controlled or something? Or does some people want to be exiled and then... should probably go back up top. Like, go read what they say when you pull their hats off. Auto talking to each other. Have I done all the... I guess I've done all these then, huh? Huh. Didn't expect that. I thought we'd have to use their language a bit. Alright. Let's see what we got up here. Really, they'll have us use their language like one more time. So like, they build this tower, and then all these other people just came and then shat in it or something against their will. Were they always just at the top floor of this tower and that's it? I mean, I wouldn't want somebody just raiding my house and like making a hole, like, you know, just start living in it. What's the impact? We'll see. I mean, the idea that they're afraid of like outsiders, I get that that's not good, but what if this was like their home they made and then they like moved in against their will? Then maybe I'd get that a bit. Don't know the whole lore, huh? The scientists, unreadable. food in here. Awesome. Is it plural first? I don't actually remember. Plural first with the warriors, man. Oh, now it's a stealth thing. Guess he's evil. Whoa, insta-kill. I thought I'd just run to the door after it chased me. Joy. Oh, we gotta walk back somewhere. You think our terminal would be a warp point?
Oh.
See, I've already back through all these areas to look for stuff. So for me, this is just like, 15 minutes of walking around and stealth sections for about 1 minute of language puzzles. I mean, it's still interesting, don't get me wrong, but if this person made these dudes, they just really like this culture. me, I help the people. Hey man, this guy's a little cheesy. Like, is it just some AI? Hopefully he's not wanting a corny AI to be some pseudo-antagonist of this bit. Like, are they even held against their own will, or do they just make him to help cope? I'd almost prefer it just be some cold program they made than some dude who looks like you can funnel your feelings towards. It would make it more interesting on their part. Instead they just make it look like it's just some dude. Alright. No big deal. Hey. See if I can remember where the fuck this is. Oh, do they have like a zip line? Where the fuck does this go? Whoa. Is there a zip line to the other races? I'm glad they just abolished slavery. Everything real quick. I mean, it was just good, of course, but I think it's funny that like the people who are just enslaving others and are like ultra racist and all in on the caste system are just like they got over it, dude. They got better, man. Like I said, I mean, it's a cute little, like, fun story of people, you know, getting along, but, you know, it is one of those where you think about it a little bit, like, yeah. Sadly, that would never happen. 7 books, maybe? No, it's 6 books. Yeah, it's fine as just like a thing on the side. But yeah, I mean, it's not like, you know, like the focus of it. Like, you wouldn't play it just for that. It's a fun little thing, and I think it plays into the language stuff cool. I do wish they kind of like cinched the language shit at the end here. I mean, I guess they just kind of test you lightly over each language, but the ultimate thing is supposed to be the translation, I guess. Ultimate stealth section. It's definitely what I'm playing for. Somebody turn the other way. don't get the AI thing. I think that. So I think if there's any extra thought you could put into the like self-exile or like what is it called in reality? The isolationism or whatever. Afraid of like immigration shit. I think having some kind of like face to antagonize takes it away from the people, which makes it have less impact. Yeah. Like, don't care about the actual impact, like in terms of VGA's impact, but but definitely kind of like, I think if you're not really thinking about it at all, which you're probably not thinking that hard about it in the first place, because it is just like a little subtext thing. It kind of waters it down a bit. I mean, yeah, they created it, so it's like you can tie it back. It looked like they were like held against their will or something, right? That man, if only that bad AI was gone, we'd all be okay and we'd love each other. The others just getting together from common understanding, like sure, right? It's like a quick, like cute way of like showing something that could happen with a bit more complexity in real life, of course. Which I wouldn't want them to bother trying to figure that out because they don't need to. It's not the point of the game, but yeah, I think it's kind of goofy. And we've done it.
Oh.
Created God. God is just people. Or something. What is even the purpose of these terminals other than just to teach you? Language. And what do these people do with those terminals? I guess that's it. Maybe they just don't know all the languages. What the fuck is this place? Guess we need to go to the other location where I put the key. Maybe he's waiting for us. Escapism isn't healthy. Don't lose yourself in video games. Go hang out with your fellow man. Stop playing Chants of Senaar. What are you doing? Don't want to kill him. Yeah, can she just do it? I was hoping we'd be a Robo Man. He said he created us. That's why we had like all the tech that was like all the leveling up and like data you could access and shit. off the hood. Maybe he's the first robot person. Did you do everything? I think so. All the purple doors, all the sentences. It created the full God picture, whatever, in the deal. Unless there's more. Got all the letters. Yeah, I'll check real quick. Oh. Guess not. Fucked up. I mean, I did everything. Went to every door. Is there like a hidden door? I mean, it made the full symbol. I went to all 4 of them, for sure. Well, even if I did, surely they let you continue from a checkpoint. People are no longer gaming. The guy wasn't even in his little home. The creator. You'd think they would make it so like this. We'll see, unless there was like a hidden step. Or like a final step after everything. Yeah, there must be an extra step. Which is goofy. Maybe I'm supposed to go all the way back. How do you just get back to where you were? You don't have to New Game Plus the whole fucking thing, right? That would be ridiculous in a game like this. You don't have to redo all the translations and shit. Maybe it's fun. the kid. Okay. Huh? Really? Hasn't there been enough walking in this game? It's a little overdone at times. Is there like a panel to open here? Can't even tell what this is. Guess I'm supposed to go fill this in real quick. From the top right here. Exile coin. What? Why was he trapped? Was this changed in the past? And they just like let me watch it again? Is everybody supposed to be a robot or something, bro? Well, everybody's like turned off. Scientists on here. No idea, man. I mean, the idiot bard finds a dude, man. What else? Not watching that whole fucking thing again, man. You ever even input your own question or a negative on their language? I don't think you do. At this point, their language is more of a pain in the ass because it's just recalling the structure more than it is you actively working with it for like a large period of time. Even when you're deciphering their language, the structure is not like a huge deal. I don't know if you do the adjective beforehand. Saw, is it saw instead of find? That's all the same shit to me, man. You're not an idiot this time. They rewrite it. Something else. Is he just like the cool guy bard? Path the idiot bard found. The man and the idiot bard found. Am I supposed to do monster again? I'll get down to brother. Because of that one thing that was brother. That'd be quite the leap though. You'd have to remember that small line or make an assumption like everybody's just magically brothers. Yeah, that's stupid. It was all a dream, a simulation. Well, look at that. You gonna pick that up, bro? I'm not gonna remember every one of these, man. In fact, that would be horrible. CP. Scientist making potion. Potions, scientists, making potion. Broke free. Imagine being afraid of the light, man. Trapped in the mine prison. Why did he get stuck on the side? Hurry up, kid. He's good. Looney Tunes chase, man. You freed yourself. I doubt they let you miss out on that whole thing. I mean, was it a great section? Not really. Not really for what this game is. Not really into like a crazy Looney Tunes chase. I mean, it was cute having to fill in some more blank, but more or less busy work. I mean, I guess I shouldn't say it was bad. It was fine, but yeah, I'm sure there's enough extra art shit going on there. I doubt they let you skip it, so I think we're fine. Oh, he stopped Exile. That was his name. Do you get it? My dude even real? Yeah, robot. Let's go check the fast travel machine. Looks pretty done to me. Doors are good. Dots are good. Which game is it? You could add this to the list of indie games about climbing a big object. Now I think about it. It's not in the same sense as like a Journey where it's just like constant like music video flow kind of thing going on, but you ever thought about putting together a pile and then put this one in there? Hello, people of the world. I'll be eradicating you now with this button. Your god isn't real, it's a light show. What the fuck was the point in this? Was it just to call people over here with the symbols? Was it because what is there, apocalypse or something? Is this supposed to be like Noah's Ark? The tower? Rave party, dude. Well, the warrior guys on their mural is called The Call or whatever, so I'm guessing the tower was to like house all the world's people or something. I don't know. I prefer to think it's just a nice little rave party. Imagine being the fucking imagine being the religious guys though. They just shat their organs out. Find out their fucking god isn't real. It's just a light show. This dude in a fucking like jet wheelchair made. Their entire personality and being just unfolding before their eyes. Man, thank God we all came together though. We found something better than God. Video games. I don't know about that whole ending bit. I think the game finished off in the science area, but yeah. I mean, it wasn't like total shit or anything, but it's not really what the game's about. And while they still have you put in words and it relates back to moments you saw in the story, it's more or less just like more tedious running. And then I think the very last one, having to assume brother, is really fucking annoying. There's only one line in the game where they call each other brothers that I can remember. Like 2 different races, and that was in like an optional dealio, which maybe you had to see it, but yeah. Because the thing is, it's already the most complicated sentence structure language. So you just assume you fucked up somewhere. Yeah, it definitely soured it. The other stuff wasn't too bad, but it's like you've already done like the fill in the blank using the picture like what, 6, 7, 8 times at that point in a row. So that coupled with kind of a Looney Tunes chase. Like, I mean, I get they want to have like an exciting action thing. I think having this like exile AI kind of ruins some of the mystique of going up here. Like, oh yeah, there's an antagonist and he's just a goofy Andros AI, and you're like, okay. I kind of would have preferred it was something more thought-provoking or somber, involving just them. Kind of separating, but I get they want to make it big and flashy and all that stuff, but yeah. Not the best end, but hey, it wasn't that bad. Overall, I like the game though. I think it's good. Good game, cool idea that they could take farther, but I think it's pretty clean for something they probably want, you know, to be a touch more accessible and paced a little quicker. Like, you know, it's definitely not trying to be some 50-hour long, like I gotta get the notes out and figure out every little bit of sentence structure. Like, that would just probably be maybe boring. I think you could make that really fun if you like a deft hand, but there's a certain difficulty and pace I think they were after. Having like multiple languages with slight differences. Most of them were the same in structure, just with different words, except the mostly just the rich people. The bards. They were the only ones who really had their intent put a different way in sentences, and then their structure be different. Their structure didn't really matter outside a few moments where you're tested on it, but soured the victory level. Uniting the races was a better endpoint, really. Yeah. I would have preferred, like, they woke up out of their little dream thing. You know, like the Warriors, wow, I got over my racism because you play music. They already just make it goofy and silly. Just have the people come out of their video game and realize there's some fun to be had around, or maybe something's going wrong other than the AI, and, you know, they all need a hunky-dory get together. Something, right? Having like a goofy AI. I mean, they made it, sure, but it's just like this is kind of. I get you want like a more traditional antagonistic kind of ending, but it's whatever. But yeah, I mean, having them all be there at the end's cute. I do think this is what I was gonna like. You think about it for an extra 2 seconds and it falls apart. But I mean, it's supposed to be simple and fun, right? Not supposed to be this, opera thing. Like I said, they're religious guys. Their entire like being is like praying to this like symbol. Their preacher died and they found out their god was a light show. Whoops. I'm sure they'll just get over it. So it's one of those things where you don't want to think about all that too much. But, yeah, I mean, I liked it though. Cool art style. Some of the animations are a bit stiff, almost funny, but I think in moments like where their races are talking to each other, some of those more cute, stiff animations are kind of charming in a way. So not a big deal there. Yeah, I think it's not like it's. I mean, it'd be one thing if they were trying to make it really ambiguous and full of mystique, but at the end, it's just like an AI, evil dream sequence, Scooby Doo running around, like while the guy's running one. You're running through one door, he's running through another. It's literally a Scooby Doo scene, and then he, and then he pulled the thing, and he might as well just ran in place like fucking Wile E. Coyote or something, and then just fell. Right? It was like an Acme cartoon. So it's like it's not really that kind of like takes all the mystique out of it, especially when they show your god isn't even real at the end. I almost would have preferred like you going up this layer cake towards God essentially, and the different people just deciding they don't care, or maybe God's something else at the top, but or that it is some kind of construct. But having the AI thing was a little odd. They had the fairies too, but I guess they died out or something. I don't know. Common ancestors? Yeah, maybe that's what it is. They just split. Maybe that's what they meant by brothers. Like literally brothers. Yeah, maybe they were fairies before, and then they split. Because that sounds cute. The arts and the sciences splitting. Okay, that might be it. Exile shit. They did float, so that makes sense. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess they're just the arts and sciences go hand in hand. They're brothers, and then maybe that's the end of it, right? They're not going to get in the common ancestor. My thing was, if you're not going to have that much mystique by the end of it, despite building it up that way, why not just say why they created the building in the first place? Was it just to like because the world seems to be a shithole and everybody can just come to this tower to hang out? Like a Noah's Tower or some shit? I mean, they don't have to say it, but also I feel like if you're not gonna explain it, I would have preferred probably a lighter, more mysterious kind of ending. I guess our guy is just a robot or something too, or some thing made by the dude. Yeah, that was my thing. I was like, so if the idea was that like they didn't like the other like if they had just moved into their tower against their will, like yeah, I'd be a little pissed too. I could get that. But if they invited them there and then decided, damn, I don't actually like people, and then created an AI to exile themselves that went out of control, then that's just, I mean, what the fuck's going on there? I mean, a lot of it's like goofy Looney Tunes shit. I mean, there's like the warriors who don't like people who don't make music, right? Like it's supposed to be extreme, but I feel like when the whole end of it, the crux of everything is like something like it's one thing when you're going up the ladder, like dumb warriors only like music and they're kind of like daft and oh these people are servants and racism and they're assholes and the caste system and it's like you just kind of get these caricatures sort of, the scientists, they're fine with whatever. They're just focused on the science, and it's not like has that much to say about different kinds of people, except probably the caste system part with the rich people because they have like slaves and shit. But, yeah. So if you're gonna have it just be kind of goofy, which is fine. I mean, it's just cute, wholesome for the most part, and then but then it's like you get to the last bit, and it's like that's the whole focus of it. I feel like something else. I was definitely expecting a little bit more. I guess a little bit more of a mystery, a little bit more of a surprise up top, or something more, some more mystique, like I said. Oh yeah, that Lorelei and the Laser Eyes game is supposed to be pretty good. Apparently it's difficult puzzle, like you have to get a notebook kind of game. That sounds cool. I guess that's made by the Sayonara Wild Hearts, though. I didn't know that. But yeah, I don't know. So overall, I liked it. I think it was good. I definitely think, for as difficult a concept as it is to make an entire game around, they did a great job. But there's definitely like an extra layer. I feel like they could have gone. You could definitely feel them trying to make it like exciting, beyond like they thought like the concept of it wasn't enough, right? There's like stealth sections, and I think the adventure game stuff is a good idea, right? Like having other kinds of gameplay and adventure stuff where you can use your knowledge to kind of interact with the world, right? Kind of like where like Outer Wilds, like you learn things, and then you can find out you can do things you couldn't before. It's kind of like that, a little less cute, but um, using your knowledge to work on the world, so being able to pick up items and move shit around is fine. But stuff like the action sequences are just kind of like whatever, and that like most of the end of the game is that way. And large swaths of like the middle, like the warrior place is kind of focused on it. I get it, like if you're trying to make it a bit more, I don't want to say mass appeal, but a bit more just, you're throwing some spice in, right? Like you don't want it to just be language shit constantly, and I get maybe that would get old, right? So I do think though they kind of like maybe a little too far into some of the action stuff at times. I mean, generally that's not what you're messing with, but the stealth stuff was really not its strong suit. Anytime that even provided any friction, you're just like, all right, man. I'd rather be learning some cool I'd rather be exploring some cool location and learning about how to decipher stuff and solving like a puzzle. That's kind of the focus. So those sections are a bit much. And I did find myself like even slightly bored at the very end there. But I think like the last language, I mean, we didn't even learn any of this stuff. We just auto learned it. That was, I mean, if you just consider the end of the game the science thing and the rest is just set pieces, it's fine. But that it looks like another full language you're supposed to learn and do something with is kind of makes it seem a little anticlimactic, right? You figure you're gonna do some big language thing at the very end. It's like, I mean, I guess technically you do, right? It's all about uniting the other races and doing the translation and all that stuff. So it's definitely a final task, but yeah, maybe it would have been cool to have a more interesting around. I do think sometimes as well, while it fits the aesthetics and adds to some of them, sometimes there's a bit too much hoof in it. I'm all for superstructures and like all that, but when the game is very focused on going backwards and forwards and like learning shit and double checking shit and like chipping off conversations and stuff, there's a few sections that I feel like are a little large. Only once did the art design get in the way for me. That was finding some area in the science thing. Kind of just bled into the foreground. But yeah, other than that, it was cool. I think controller works fine, but I think have your mouse ready because you can click around and grab letters and stuff, which has a little less value later on. Mostly in the warrior area, it was kind of nice, but you don't have to walk as far to click shit. No, you can see something, you want to be able to write it down. So there's a level of immersion to being able to just kind of click something from far away. Oh my god, in a butt. So yeah. What else on this? I mean, yeah, anybody's thoughts on this one? Or did you love it? Hate it? The problems, the pros, the cons. I kind of said my piece. But I don't know. It's definitely, I mean, it's a memorable one. I don't think I would ever forget this one. So, I definitely, I love that it's like kind of a relatively fresh idea. I mean, it's fresh. I mean, like, you know, there are like language things like this, but how it handles it, that it's using words and sentences and all that is cool. So I really respect it for doing something different, and for the most part, executing on it pretty well. Definitely some screws that could be tightened, some sections that could probably be cut a bit. Some of the story and mystique probably a little different, but yeah, it's just like, you know, yeah, exactly. It's like I've played a bunch of, you know, action games and stealth games. Like, that's not what I'm here for. I'm totally down for mixed genre. Totally down for pace breakers. I love when games do that. But like, you know, yeah, I don't want like the last, you know, the core of it is like the language stuff. So, like, I don't need the last like 3 hours to be a pace breaker. That's the end of the game. I mean, if you count me doing all the sentence translations as part of the end game, then sure. But I mean, that's not a huge part of it. You get those done in about 20 minutes, right? The other couple hours is spinning gold dials, matching up the structure of the words. I mean, there was a cute idea to show like how each word is made in the final language, but like you can generally fill in the blanks really easily. And even copy your list from stuff you've seen before. And only once or twice do you really even have to like think about it. And then that's the last time you interact with their language. And you barely did in the first place. It just auto completes itself for the most part. And then at the end, you have only 3 options left, so you can fill in the first page in that place almost immediately. Like, I get it. Like, maybe they never intended that to be a language you had to do anything with. It was just set pieces. But it does mean the last 3 hours is generally like, you know, I just go fill in the blanks on something. And almost every language is just like very English. You know, like this guy did thing, or, you know, so really you just are essentially copying exactly what you're seeing, except with the brother thing, and then that was kind of bullshit. Like their thing, they have, you know, the subject, and then what, it was a subject, verb, then noun or some shit, whatever the fuck it was. I think it was just like subject, and then you fucking fill in the blanks after that. But yeah, having that be like brother was kind of goofy. Like, I get the idea, but there's a lot of interpretation. I get where, like, on some of the pages, it's not gonna be perfect. Language is tough to, like, some things are tough to visualize or just draw on, like, a quick portrait. Stuff like in the slavers area, the bards area, like the one that was B. It's just somebody, like, doing this in the dark, looking pissed. I'm just like, what, B, really? Like, not really. Like, I mean, I'm not really. That's not. You can interpret it in 20,000 different flavors. So, I think there's some moments there where things artificially get a little more difficult, just because the pictures and stuff are a bit more ambiguous. And I get that it's really hard to do some of those things, but there's definitely moments like that where you can kind of overthink or assume different things, or some of the sentences people are saying can fit with a lot of different kinds of words, and based on when you're discovering shit. And it's not a big deal. I think for the most part it's really well done, but there's definitely enough there where sometimes it can be, you're not like interacting with like maybe an interesting part of the language puzzle. It's more just kind of like trying to fool around with the pictures. I definitely think there's a bit of brute forcing, almost, I wouldn't say required, but definitely compared to something like Oberdin or Case of the Golden Idol, where you can kind of just not, and it's obviously like you shouldn't. This one, it's like it almost feels like at times you are just like, I mean, maybe that's the idea. They want it to be more just like game puzzle logic-y, but like that's not really the whole idea. It's about the language. So it's like when you have like 3 left and you know the 2 and the third one you never have learned, but you could just put it in there anyways, right? Like, it's like a little less interesting than me having to actually learn it. So like something like Oberdin, it's like, yes, you could brute force some of it, but it's like, I want to go see what happened. I want to learn how it happened and then fill in my blanks on my own. So there's kind of stuff like that. Like I said, that can be fun in like a generic video game logic puzzle kind of way, but once again, it's not really about the language at that point. It's about just reducing options. It's more like an elegant brute forcing. you get rid of a couple options and then you've just got like 1 or 2 left, right? So you can just kind of shit them out. I tried not to do that too much, but there were times where I was like, well, I think all 2 or 3 of these could be this, because they, like with the bee thing, I was like, okay, there's this feeling, that feeling, and this feeling. They kind of look the same for this, so I'm just going to try all 3 on it, because I don't know what this picture means. And it's like, so you're kind of brute forcing it, but like with an educated guess kind of mentality. And so sometimes it's a little goofy like that, and I think it lends itself to doing it maybe too often, but not a big deal. But yeah. Good game. I liked it though. And just the idea of learning the languages and stuff was fun, and the exploration and all that. Despite some of the areas being maybe a little too large at times, but there were some fun little wholesome moments, heckin' wholesome moments here and there that were cool. So yeah, there's some charm for sure, but yeah, up and its downs. Anywho, guess that's the end of that. Starting Unicorn Overlord or doing Needy Streamer? I said I might be pushing forwards and doing the Steam thing at some point soon, so I should probably do Needy Streamer. But I do got Unicorn Overlord. I'm sitting on, what's the date today? May 16th. When do I need to have Unicorn Overlord back by? How long is Unicorn Overlord? The way you play games super long. 100 hours minimum? Jesus Christ. I'll probably do Paper Mario and fucking in the middle of it. Unless it's that addicting. We'll see. I've been cutting a lot of side content lately. I've been cutting side stuff in games. My threshold's gotten a little higher in the last few months, I think. If I really like a game, I'll do all the stuff in it. But like, if I'm just kind of like, I'm starting to just cut some of it out. Maybe I've always done that, but I'm trying to be more mindful. But it's probably a game that I like, so I probably will end up doing all of it. So. Papermore, Thousand Year Door. Remake, I'm gonna do the double play on that one. Really figure out how I'm gonna do that. I'm probably just gonna do 2 controllers. Try to make Thousand Year Door look as close to the GameCube version as I can. Because I'm gonna have to play that one on PC, otherwise I won't be able to do the dual capture. But Dave the Divers on the 30th. Yeah, that's the only part of Thousand Year Door that I usually don't do when I replay it. I mean, you'll do some Trouble Center because you want to get like the partner upgrades and Miss Mouse and all that shit. But yeah, I was gonna play them both at the same time, the original and the new one, to compare. I wanted to find a way to use one controller to control 2 games at once, but I'm just gonna. I've played it so many times. I could just do fucking just one controller in each hand or something. We'll just talk about each room and shit. It'd be fun. I don't know if anybody will care, but I want to do it. That comes out on the 23rd. Which... I really hope they send it to me right away. We'll see. And then, yeah... And Dave is like a week after that on the Switch, and then... Then it's a couple weeks till SMP Vengeance, which I guess I'll be playing. And then Elden Ring DLC, which I don't know if I'll be doing that right away. Because SMP, and then Final Fantasy expansion for a few weeks probably. We'll see. I'm curious how that one's going to be. And I don't know if I'll do leveling right away. We got a lot of games to catch up on. Yeah. But anyways, we got a lot right now. I'm trying to decide, yeah, if I want to do Needy Streamer right now or Unicorn Overlord. I assume you're not on your deal, Sam, right? You're doing Yakuza? Probably do that when I've got the time then, huh? How long was Needy Streamer? Kind of like a 10-hour game, maybe. That shit's on VNDB. Other VN time, bros. I should probably get some food going. Genre, puzzle, adventure. I'm at this to the finish line. Platform, PC. What's your excuse? Well, with Needy Streamer, I'm gonna lose access to it pretty soon, so I've been trying to do those games when I can. But other than that, I got no excuse. Well, I was supposed to do Degradia before I did another free choice VN, so there was that. But I won't have any excuses soon. I'm throwing you in the ocean. I'm missing one achievement in Chants of Senaar. What, see, that's funny that I was one of the first people to know about it. I'll be one of the last people to play it, or what? Yeah. I could have been the underground gamer, bro. It's alright, man. I'm true to myself, dude. Gunna hasn't played it yet. Not the last one. Leave the armory with the wrong disguise once the call is made. The call. Ring the Abbey bell 3 times. Find the Abbey bell. Cries about it. Jesus, I ain't crying about it. Randomly generated games on Gamefly. Like Unicorn Overlord. Jesus, dude, these fucking motherfuckers, man. They don't even make sense anymore, man. They just bullies. I gotta find out what's leaving Game Pass this month. Oh yeah, Hellblade's coming out in a week too. Fuck. I guess I'll run through that. I mean, the first one was like a half a stream game. Probably gonna. This one will probably be a whole stream. Better not be Yakuza 0. I don't know. They've re-added that a few times, I think. I mean, they give you 2 weeks. I mean, I could see to be a seabed hipster. Yeah, that's it, dude. Like I said, I don't care in the least, man. I like discovering games that like I've gone unnoticed, but not for any kind of like pride. The hipster. It's just cool knowing there's like awesome shit out there beyond just what we know in the daily news and shit. But somebody went ape shit in. Alright, leaving Game Pass May 20. Alright. What games are leaving? Chicory. That's why I finished that earlier. I was ahead of the game. Far World Pioneers. I don't care about that. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. All-Star Battle. Pac-Man Museum Plus. Little Witch in the Woods and Railway Empire 2. I don't care about any of that. What about in like April? Not April, excuse me. June. What are the they won't announce them ahead of that like that head, but people will predict what it'll be. Cuz I'm going to be busy in June. I'm not going to be able to get to most stuff unless I do it early. Bookwalker, Bramble, Fist, Story of Seasons. Okay. I think I'm okay in June. I need to be ready for Frostpunk to leave. And definitely later this year, I want to be ready for Against the Storm. That's going to take a long time, so I want to play that well in advance. I thought about doing Botany Manor actually here. That's a short one that just came out. A 3-hour kind of like adventure puzzle game. Kind of cool. Maybe we'll do that, and then I'll do Needy Streamer or something. And then we'll do Unicorn Overlord. Anyways. I'm gonna reset the stream for that maybe. And I need to figure out food. If I want to stream Botany Manor first and then eat, or the reverse.